I done did a lot. You ain't did shit.
What's up, beautiful people? This is Anna, and it's An Amazing Life We Live. It is my motivational podcast coming to you every Tuesday from 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. That is Central Time, so that's what time it is here in Chicago. But, you know, just ask Siri what time to watch, what time to listen to me. And then the next day we're going to be posting it up on YouTube. So make sure you follow Pop Radio Worldwide on iHeartRadio, Spotify Premium, and YouTube. Like, subscribe, show us some love, comment, do all that. And make sure you follow me on It's an Amazing Life We Live. So, I host this show, and I will feature athletes, entrepreneurs, angels, and today I'm showing some love to the fellas. I know I always have some beautiful women on my show, and that's wonderful, but I have to show some love to the guys too. You know, this is for you ladies. It's for you ladies. You're welcome. You're welcome. So I have some really, really cool guys that are on the panel today, and I'm going to have them introduce themselves. So for my athlete of the week, you know what? He's a really, really cool guy, really respectable man. He is an amazing athlete, and he has quite the story. And his name is AnnaMarie. And go ahead and say hello to the people of the world. On Pop Radio Worldwide, It's an Amazing Life We Live. Tell a little bit about yourself.
What's up, world? I'm AnnaMarie Moore. I am an INBA, PNBA Men's Physique Pro. Coming from Kankakee, Illinois. Just every single day, just blessed to be able to get up every single day to do what I love to do, work, make sure that my family is good, and make sure the people around me is blessed and good as well too.
That was lovely, and we'll hear more from him. We'll hear more from him.
Get a sound effect tonight, baby.
You know, pops on top of it. So we're going to be talking more with him, and today we also have somebody very special. I usually have an angel of the week, and although he's an angel, I want to call him a hero. So we have angels and heroes of the week. So today, since we have, the fellas, I'm going to call it hero of the week. We have pro bodybuilder for the INBA, PNBA, and several other federations. Honestly, I can't really name them all, but I'll let you do that. His name is Mr. Kalen Patterson. Thank you.
Hello, everybody. Keelan Patterson, Midwest Muscle P4P Real Talk. Always happy to help out, especially with somebody like you, somebody like thee stepping up. It's good to have this kind of greeting and meeting and collective thinking that it basically supports everything we're doing in a positive way. And I think that's what's really missing from the world right now is we get so negative and so we sap the energy out of our own lives with all the complaining and everything. We have 3 people on this program right now that are holding it down on a positive side. And with that in mind, you can always grow.
That was beautiful. Wow. Gotta give you love. No, thank you guys for being here. I really appreciate you guys coming down. They drove here, guys. They drove about, how long was that drive? And I was listening to how much you love me. Because it is an amazing life we live.
Yes, it is.
And I have amazing people around me.
She's an amazing woman.
Thank you very much. So I love the support that I get. And these are amazing men to know. So that's why I wanted to have them on the show. They have a lot to say. But I'll let them tell you. So if you do want to be on my show real quick, though, go ahead and send your submissions to me. My email is Anna, ANNA, @gmail.com. If you want to be an athlete, entrepreneur, or the angel or hero of the week, just go ahead and email your headshot, why you think you should, a small snippet of why you think you should be on my show, and your content if you are an artist or if you have your own small business, okay? So it is an amazing life we live, and I'm here to help you live your best amazing life. And I want to bring people, especially the locals here, that people that really, really work hard and deserve the recognition and deserve to be heard by the people of the world. So, speak up and go ahead and connect with me. You can follow me on Instagram on It's an Amazing Life We Live. And make sure you listen every Tuesday from 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. Central Time on It's an Amazing Life We Live. Make sure you follow Pop Radio Worldwide on iHeartRadio, Spotify Premium, and YouTube. And now that I got all of that out, whew, I can take a breath. Take a breath. Because I want to let these guys talk a little bit. So it is very, very cold here in the Midwest. At least for me. Maybe, I don't know. I don't know if it's because
I'm excited to be here, so I'm pretty warm.
Yeah, well, you know what? They were crazy. They didn't really have much. I don't know. I'm all bundled up, and these guys, I don't know.
It's Illinois.
I know. They're big guys, and they're just...
From the sun, that's what it is.
No.
Yeah, you're in Cali all that time.
Hey,
That was
from
not.
Cali to Vegas.
No, I was in a tanning bed, maybe, but...
From Cali to Vegas.
So...
Yeah.
It's the Midwest, you know,
Yeah.
you expect it.
Still
So I
representing, holding it down.
She's spoiled.
I know for me...
Right?
Our coats are hoodies
Yeah.
and thermals.
Okay. Okay, you're right. Well, I just wanted to ask you guys, because I know for me, and we touched up on this last week, real quick, just any tips that you can give to the people that are listening that are just starting their fitness journey, because you guys are both athletes, and to us it's almost like second nature, but
Yeah.
I know we have our
It
hard
is.
days where we don't feel like going, especially for me. It's cold. It's cold, man.
Yeah.
I have to warm up my car. Like, what do you guys do to stay motivated? And when you're like, man, I gotta warm up this car. I gotta take snow off my car. What keeps you motivated? Like,
Well,
to get up.
I know for me, it's always, you have the sensibility of think of your why.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, your why always drives you to get up every single morning to do it. Also, too, I feel like you have to be in love with the journey. You just can't. I mean, for me, it's just like I just can't wake up and just say, "Oh, okay, I'm gonna go to the gym." It's like everything is a purpose. Everything is a planned out thought
Thought about that on the way up
on getting there.
Yeah.
Also, too, is just don't give up. Like, I know it's the holiday season, and you want to have the cookies and the cakes and stuff, all that.
Stop.
But I mean, also too, I always
all
feel
the
that.
cookies.
I always feel like be honest with yourself. If you know that you're starting a fitness journey, stay true to it. Be honest with yourself. Just don't say, okay, well, I ate clean today, so I'm gonna have this cookie. Now, can you really afford to have that cookie? Maybe or maybe not. So just be honest with yourself.
You're right.
Just,
Be honest.
Yeah.
Be honest. Well, what do you have to say about that, Kaylin?
Well, honestly, if you're gonna start fitness anything, start fitting it into your life. It should be a way of life. It shouldn't be where you're getting ready for a graduation or a prom or some kind of event, because that comes and goes. If you're doing it for life, you can stick with it, because then you start understanding it's addressing all parts of your life. So if you realize your health engages all parts of your life, it's a lot easier to keep with it, because you can get out there for family events because you're healthy. You can do social events because you're healthy. You can engage with people because you're healthy, and they can engage with you because you're healthy. So if it's everything that you are and do, it doesn't have to be extreme versions like we do. But if it's something that you're doing basically to address how you engage with your family, friends, job, loved ones, and everything else, it's a lot easier to stick with.
Health or wealth.
Health is the true wealth. Well, we're going to be talking more about that, and when we get back from a little break, we're going to be talking more to Denario, and we're going to be talking about his fitness background and how he got into the IMBA, PMBA, and what's going on in his life, what we're going to be seeing in 2020 from him. So make sure you follow Pop Radio
Saying
Worldwide.
2020, I like that.
And listen every Tuesday from 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. It's an amazing life we live, and we will be right back.
Whipping up a pop, show you how to get it off. I don't really rock, I just get the brick across. Take you to the block. My shorties know I've been a boss, Chemo, solid, hard body, in that.
What's up, beautiful people? I'm back. It's Anna on It's an Amazing Life We Live, coming to you every Tuesday from 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. Central Time. So go ahead and tune in. Make sure you're following Pop Radio Worldwide on iHeartRadio, Spotify Premium, and YouTube. Like, subscribe, show us some love. And again, follow me. It's Amazing Life We Live. I am on Instagram mostly. And yeah, just follow. like, subscribe, show all the love, because it's an amazing life we live, and I'm here to help you live your best amazing life. We just got back from talking about what keeps these guys to my left, these wonderful guys. Say hello. You're welcome,
Hello.
ladies. You're welcome. I finally brought some guys, some fellas in the building. But we were talking about, especially during this season, especially for people that are going to be some people start their fitness journey around this
New
time,
Year's
and
resolution.
it can be really hard, especially with the holidays. So,
Especially.
yes,
the
especially the holidays.
Yeah.
So they
Cupcake
were,
season.
talking about some tips about
Cheesecake. Well, you saying cupcake? I mean, you talk about
Yeah.
everything that can devastate a diet in a heartbeat.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I
because we
call
have
it.
we just got done with Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
We have Christmas coming up, and then there's New Year's, and then that's
The trilogy of terror.
Yeah.
The trilogy of terror.
Yeah, I always say between September and December is cupcake season.
Yeah, it is crazy. It is. So we're going to talk a little bit more to these guys and get to know them personally so that the world knows who they are, because they are some amazing, amazing men to know. And so first up we have, I'm going to let yourself say hello again. I just want you to tell a little background of where exactly you're from. How did you get into fitness, your fitness background, all of that.
Once again, I'm Dario Moore, IMBA, PNBA Pro, from Kankakee, Illinois. Fitness started with me as a youngin'. Coming from a family who is extremely athletic and competitive, even the people in our neighborhoods, it was just everybody
You
plays
try to give a
sports.
shout out to Christian.
Oh yeah, that's my dude. That's my cousin. Yeah, he already knows the love and everything that we
Lights out.
have for him. That's more like my big brother.
Okay.
Yeah.
He's my big cousin, but I'll look at him as my big brother though. That's my dude. Like, yeah, so much love I got for that man. It's ridiculous. But just growing up, playing sports, like I said, of course, my cousin Christian is a guy that I not just look up to and idolize as a kid, but also idolize today as an adult. Just, from the way he carries with his family and just everyday living.
Okay.
So, but playing ball all through my life, football, ran track. One of my best friends, Chauncey Greer, he has his own boxing club. He also boxed in the Navy. So he got me more into boxing as well, too.
So you were surrounded, basically around a bunch of athletes.
Oh yeah, like even
Okay.
all my best friends play. So one of my best friends, Matthew Rebe, baseball player. One of my good friends, Brad Elliott, basketball coach. I mean, my cousin Dante Carr, basketball player.
So you played all these sports. Like, what's your favorite sport to play?
All right, so my favorite sport is basketball,
Okay.
but I was better in football though.
Okay.
Yeah, football was my thing. Like, funny story. Skype was my favorite basketball player on the Bulls at the time.
Okay.
So I always wanted to be 6'7", 230. That was Scottie Pippen.
Okay.
So, as I get older, you tend to stop at 6'3", about 230. So I got the weight, just didn't get the height. So,
2 out of 3 ain't bad. 2 out of 3.
so
Yeah, you can't just magically grow.
yeah, so it was that was my dude back in the day. But yeah, I was just surrounded by sports. Even to this day, like sports and fitness is really me.
Yeah.
You take that away, I ain't gonna say you take that away, I have nothing, but that's literally just
It's a big part of your life.
it's a big
Yes.
part of my life. It's,
Yes.
it's what I
Big
love to
jump.
do. It's something that if we spark a conversation about it, I can run with it, all day
Oh, you
long.
speak with it. You can tell someone's passionate about something
Oh,
when
yeah,
they
yeah.
when
Oh,
you
yeah.
can hear it in their voice. You can
Oh,
hear
yeah.
they can talk about it all day.
Oh, yeah. I get that.
So I mean, this whole podcast is my passion. Like I
Yeah.
like to make a difference in
Right.
the world and like talk to mass amounts of people and
Oh,
reach
most
out.
definitely.
And that's what I'm passionate about. So it's nice to bring people like you along that are equally as passionate about some of the things that I'm passionate about, which is like health and fitness.
Mm-hmm.
So how did you get into competitive natural bodybuilding? Like how did you learn about it and start, and when did you decide, I wanna compete?
All right. Well, first off, I never had dreams of competing. Like
Okay.
I was just a straight gym rat.
Okay.
So I never ever even crossed my mind. So once I say about 2017, was when I really started hitting, that, basically more like just the whole diet format of everything, understanding my body more, just learning so much different. So one day I ran into Mike Newman. I had did a photo shoot at his gym. I ran into him in traffic, and he just said, "Okay, you did a photo shoot, so what's next?" And I'm like, I don't know. So I said, maybe I thought about doing a show, because this one they had came out with the men's physique category. So I was like, okay, cool, And if y'all guys know Mike, talking to him like for 2 minutes, he'll get you motivated to do anything.
Right.
Mike Superhuman Newman.
Yeah.
Shout out to you.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, that's my guy.
Everybody you up in here.
Goodbye to you.
So within 5 minutes talking to him, I called him and was like, yeah, I'll do it.
Okay.
And
what year was this?
This is 2017.
Okay.
So I competed at the North American.
Yep.
As a novice, and I did the novice in the open, came in second, and then followed by that, I went to the Natural Olympia as an amateur, competed with that. And if people,
So that went fast.
It went fast,
Okay.
but I am a competitor at heart. So most people say, "Hey, take a year off, take a break." I'm like, "No, I'm getting this." So come the following year, then that's when Kaylin jumped in, started helping me prep a lot more, especially with the posing and just basically teaching me with the whole background about not just the whole bodybuilding world, not just like just with everything. So he came in and like with him and Mike, and then everything else been history. So now I'm here. Also to
on Pop Radio Worldwide. It's
Pop
an amazing
Radio.
life we live.
Yeah.
Shout out. Thanks for having me.
Yes.
We made it.
We definitely made it. It's been big, and then also to a big follower of Corey Gregory. That's what really changed my whole fitness aspect of like with the dieting and working out. So I have him with my dieting and workouts. I have Kaylin and Mike mentoring me through the whole process of just the whole natural bodybuilding world. And this year, like I said, last year on my pro card, competed again at the National Olympia as a pro. This year, topped off, did 3 shows, had a really great season. I have no regrets about the season whatsoever.
That is amazing. It sounds like you had quite the year competing.
I'd say so.
And I'm excited to see what is in store for 2020, but we'll be talking more about that later. We are going to be going on a quick break, but before we do that, I do want to mention that next week we do have some amazing guests. Unfortunately, we couldn't have Katrina Farrell this week. She had to go to the doctor, make sure everything's all right. So hope you're doing all right, girl. But we'll have you next week. Her name is Train with Trina on Instagram. Go ahead and follow her. But we'll be having her next week. I didn't want you guys to think I forgot about her. So, but make sure you are following Pop Radio Worldwide so that you can listen to this amazing podcast every Tuesday from 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. Central Time. Make sure that you are listening in, and the next day we post it up on YouTube. If you missed it, you can watch it again. We play it back for you. So, I'm just here to help you live your best amazing life. We have health and wellness tips. I have athletes of the week, entrepreneurs of the week, and angels, heroes of the week. I want to help build the community and help raise each other up. So we will be right back with Mr. Denario Moore and with Kaylin Patterson. We're going to be talking more about, different things to help you guys get motivated this winter season, and a little bit more background on them because they have some really cool stories to tell you guys. So we'll be right back.
Jam told on nobody. God damn, that boy, we buy it. Dinero, we get it. Dinero, we count a lot more figures of.
What's up, beautiful people? It's Anna. I am back, and it's an amazing life we live. We are here every Tuesday from 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. and that is Central Time. I'm really geeked right now because I was complimenting, when we were on break, I was complimenting Pop on this hat that I'm wearing right now.
Gangster.
And you know, I was like, I really like your hat. Hey, low key, I hustled him
Let me get
for the
that.
hat. Low key, I hustled him for the hat.
That's a nice hat. Let me see
I
that.
was like, hey, I love your hat. Every time I see him with
Hey,
his
he
hat,
got to be worldwide
I
if he can
say-
do that. He got to be
I
worldwide.
said, man, I love that hat. And he was like, you know what? You can have it. Listen. Thank
So he
you.
put the Heart 9
I
Heart
appreciate
Radio?
you.
Is that what
It's
you're
the
saying?
little things. Listen, I'm
He
a
put
hat
the Heart 9
person.
Heart Radio?
I love you.
Look at it. Look at it. It matches. It was meant to be, guys.
Yes.
Oh.
yes.
That.
She got the whole Chicago fit.
Chi-town. Anyway, make sure you're following Pop Radio Worldwide. We got to give him love. Look,
Yes.
he gave me love. Listen, this hat, I'm really good. That just made my day.
I give love.
Yeah,
That just made me jolly. Anywho,
So
make
that's
sure you're
no
following Pop
cupcake.
Radio Worldwide on iHeartRadio, Spotify Premium, YouTube. Like, subscribe, show us some
Instagram.
love. And on Instagram, Facebook, all of that. We're everywhere. And make sure you're following me. It's an amazing life we live. I'm always posting content on Instagram. If you want to connect with me, you can go ahead and slip in the DMs, show me your content, and why you want to be on my show. You can also email me at AnnaTabo, ANNATABO @gmail.com. I love this hat. Listen. I'm usually so extra now because I have this hat on.
It's all right.
So, we're back
It's a dope hat.
with some, we're back with a dope hat and some dope people. Showing some love to the fella today. You're welcome, ladies. You're welcome. And so we were just talking, we just got back from talking with Denario, and I just wanted to ask a couple more questions, and then we're going to, move a seat down and talk to Kaylin. And we're going to be talking to both of you guys, because you guys, I'm feeling the vibe today in this panel. It's a good vibe.
Great
It's a good
vibe.
vibe.
Great vibe.
Definitely some powerful male energy.
North
I can
American
handle
right
it.
here.
Got
Winners.
this. We got the Midwest in the building.
PNB
It's
North
hot.
American winners.
It's
Right,
hot. It's
yeah.
cold, but it's hot. You know what I'm saying? Anywho, I wanted to ask on a more serious note. So let me reel it back in. So we were talking to Denario about how we got into fitness and everything like that. But we all know it's not all sunshine and rainbows when you're prepping for
True.
something. Whether it's you're prepping for a competition, you're prepping
A lot of
for,
people
you're
fail thinking
practicing,
that.
if whatever sport you may be in, when you're practicing for that final game. It's not all sunshine and rainbows, So I want to ask you, and I'm just going to go straight forward, what is the biggest adversity you have had to face while prepping for a competition?
Trying to do too much.
Okay.
I feel that sometimes with prepping for the show, especially if you have a full-time job, and also too if these shows are not cheap.
Yeah.
Paying for a show is not cheap, and also too you have to maintain your living. So I believe that just pretty much
A lot of
trying to
people don't
work
get
and
that.
trying to prep at the same time.
A lot of people don't get that.
Yeah, a
right?
lot of people don't get that.
Break
I
it down
mean-
for them. Break it down.
Oh yeah. Just
Explain.
It's
Enlighten
The
people.
investment, the self-investment. Tell us about it.
So here's the thing that people wants to get. When I tell people I sleep 4 to 6 hours a day while I'm prepping, that's really what I do.
That's legit.
When I say I wake up at 2:15 in the morning to go train, that's what I do. If I say that I have to work 6 days a week, sometimes an 8-hour shift can turn into a 12-hour shift, and that's
That's real.
And I still
real life.
and I still have to get into it. I still have to prep. Still have to get up and train.
Yep.
If your mom calls and says she needs something,
Still gotta do
you
it.
still got to do it. If a friend needs to talk to you, you got to open that ear and listen to them. So
This is what a lot of people don't get. Just because
Life doesn't stop.
life doesn't stop just because you're, even if you're in the pro level of an athlete, life doesn't just stop
It doesn't
for
stop
you.
at all,
You
man.
still have real life problems. A lot of us have full-time jobs. We're not just bodybuilders full-time.
Here's the crazy part that people don't understand. Some people feel that since we are, gym rats, they think that we spend more time in the gym. So I always tell people, if you break things down, I'm in the gym an hour and a half to 2 hours a day. The rest of my time I'm at work. The rest of that time I'm sleeping.
Yeah.
And basically sometimes it's hopefully I can spend time with friends and family.
Yeah.
So I literally have an hour and a half to 2 hours to myself.
So can you name something specifically? So you said kind of in a broad sense, doing too much.
Yeah.
Can you remember a specific day where it was just really hard? Like, what happened that day? How did you get through it? Like, because I know I've had days where just it felt like everything was a domino effect.
Mm-hmm.
One thing went wrong, and then it's just like I had to keep rolling with the punches the whole day to get through it. But I still had to train. I still had to go to work. You know, what was the biggest? You know,
That's
what was
when
a
you
really
learn your
hard?
why.
I believe actually just past getting ready for the Natural Olympia, you know, and you know, like I said, a lot of times you do have to pay for all the stuff out your own pocket. So there would be many days where I would work my regular shift, which is from 6:30 to 3, and then
And where do you work?
at Riverside Hospital.
Okay.
Shout out to Riverside. So there'd be days where, you know, I would call, say, hey, can I pick up a shift? So I had to probably go home for like 2 hours, come back and work from like 5 to 9. Or on a weekend, I would work a whole 8-hour shift or push it to a 10 or 11, 12-hour shift, knowing that I still have to wake up at 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, get to the gym, finish my workout at a matter of time, and then still go home, shower, and get ready for work.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
So it was tough, but I'll always go back to my why. You know, I always go back to my why, which,
What is that?
well, one, God is number one. My faith is my number one. 2 is my mother, my brother, my sister, my family, my friends, and my city. You know, when I sit there and
K3, baby.
when I look at my mom, look at my brother, look at my sister, you know, because we lost our father like 4 years ago. So that always put me, so, you know, as a man, you know, we think, okay, I got to put this on my back and go. So when I sit there and look at them and think about them, I just I forget how tired I am. I forget how stressed I am. I just stay focused on the task. and
It's a
continue
big
to push.
why.
Yeah, it's a
big
humongous why. And then also still like my friends, my family, like cousins, my best friend. Like actually, my friends, those are my brothers. Like we go beyond just friends. Those are my brothers. So, you know, I think about them. I continue to push through. Then also too, just being born and raised in Kankakee.
Okay.
Just always put a chip on my shoulder and just feel like I got to work even extra harder because, you know, a lot of times, you know, people feel that Kankakee is just a dead end, where we have so many great entrepreneurs, athletes, and just
You being one of them. You being one of
you
them.
know,
Setting the example.
yeah, I mean, thank you. But, you know, I'm just, and I also to always tell people I'm following in some great footsteps from a lot of guys that have done it
Real
before
talk
me,
right there.
you know.
That's awesome.
Especially, you know, like a lot of guys I grew up with, even like from, like I said, entrepreneurship, music, you know, grew up, you know, following a lot of these guys' footsteps and just hoping I can just continue to do what they had done, you know, to set that platform for us, to, you know, to continue to grow in our community.
Woo! Woo, woo, woo. That's a lot. That was heavy. That was heavy. But in a good way, in a good way. And we can lift it. We got some jacked guys here. I know I look so intimidating next to them. Right? Right? We'll pose down right here. But anyway, I know, but they ain't ready for that. They ain't ready for that, guys.
We already experienced that pose.
Yeah, that in Vegas.
Well, make sure you're following Pop Radio Worldwide on iHeartRadio,
Worldwide.
Spotify Premium, and YouTube so that you can listen to this amazing content and the amazing guests that I have on my show every Tuesday from 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. It's an amazing life we live. We will be right back, and we're going to be talking more to Mr. Kalen Patterson. We'll be right back.
Hot summers, they be cold. Had to sauce it up a lot. Since niggas think I'm on realest story ever told. Bricks on the stove. Got them elbows. Very well known. They don't know the half. Breaking down halves.
What's up, beautiful people? I am back. It's Anna on It's an Amazing Life We Live, coming to you every Tuesday from 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. and that is Central Time, so make sure you're tuning in at the right time. And make sure you're following Pop Radio Worldwide on iHeartRadio, Spotify Premium, and YouTube. Like, subscribe, show us some love. I'm here to help you live your best amazing life, giving you health and wellness tips and featuring athletes of the week, entrepreneurs of the week, and angels and heroes of the week. so that we can stay motivated and uplift each other. I'm trying to give some light and some recognition to people that really deserve it, people that work hard. This is for you guys. And I mean, really, this is for my people. This is for Chicago, my city, and all the surrounding areas. And I love this hat that Pop gave me. Thank you very much. So, you guys can't see it right now, but he'll be posting the video on YouTube, and I'm feeling really extra right now with this hat.
Pictures with
I'm a hat person. Now I'm really, listen.
Don't even play.
Anyway, so we're here. I have a different show today. Usually I have some beautiful girls, but today I wanted to show some love to the fellas.
And some men.
To the men. So we have some powerful male energy. I'm feeling like a powerful boss woman. Because I feel like these are big guys. I'm like having to stand up like more straight because otherwise I'm just going to be like real tiny. And I'm like, I need like a booster seat. Sitting next to you guys. Anyway, we have AnnaMarie. He's our athlete of the week, and then we also have Mr. Kalen Patterson, and he is our angel here of the week. But they're both amazing athletes. They are both pro competitors for the INBA, PNBA. Shout out to that federation. Shout out for being natural. Shout out to Iron Man Magazine. Generation Iron. All you guys.
Yes.
So, yes. So we were just talking about staying motivated, making sure you have a big why so that it keeps you going. And I just wanted to get to know a little bit more. Well, I actually know, but I need the world to know more about Mr. Kalen Patterson. Because obviously, when you see him on stage, he is a pro bodybuilder for the INBA, PNBA, and several other federations, other natural federations. And he's always has this very infectious smile. He's always smiling. Right, Denario? You know him. He's always smiling. And
just follow him on Facebook and
Instagram.
So I met him for like 3-4 years ago when I started competing, and I didn't know his story until this year. And when I heard it, I was like, man, more people need to hear this. Like, that is inspiring. But I'm going to let you tell them. And you're going to see exactly why he's the hero of the week. He does a lot of work with the community. He's not just a really awesome athlete. He's just an awesome, amazing person, which is why I brought him here, because he does a lot of work for just people of the world, for human beings. Go ahead and tell them a little background on yourself, like how fitness changed you. Were you always into sports, and how you got into the INBA? Tell us. I want to hear it all.
What, you asking for a lot, but thankfully I remember most of it.
Okay, you were there, right?
So yeah, I was there. For me, it was a different origin because, I wasn't an active person. I was a homebody, and as I started getting older, we get out there in sports. In Kankakee, Pioneer Park was the place to go. You really didn't get a name or a nickname until you played at Pioneer Park, and then you get your name. But I was the fluky kid, tripping 2 left feet, everything. So basically, sports wasn't my thing. I was a bookworm. But hey, you get some nice looking women out there. Guys. They look pretty good. You want to get some attention from them too. So like I said, you go to Pioneer Park, you play basketball. But my love, like Denario, was in football. I couldn't play basketball. They used to call me Fluky. That was my nickname.
Fluky?
Yeah, Fluky, because my shot was just janky. It was janky. It was a shot.
Fluke shot.
Yeah, but it would go in. So, and me and my brother could jump through the roof. So, dunking was no problem, and you get a lot of attention when you throw down on somebody. So that was nice. But then it came to the point where you got to start either working or getting into sports. Because I hadn't played any organized sports. I was basically in the world of basically just street ball. And my dad had told me, hey, either you get a job or you get into some sports. Well, I said, if all I got to do is play sports, I'm going to play them all. Mm-hmm. So any sport they had doing in school, I'm playing it. And I wanted to play each and every one because then he never had to basically look at me on his watch and be pointing at a clock. I don't want to do that. What I didn't understand is he was getting me more active than just working a regular 9 to 5, which actually pays dividends. If you're being more than active, you're being more obvious to the people, and you don't have to hide nothing. If you're not really hiding anything, you can be honest and open. If you're being open and honest, you can basically grow truthfully in spirit and in the workplace. And I didn't think about any of that. But my dad, I had an interesting background because my dad was a cop and a deacon. My mom was a nurse and in the choir. My godfather, Reverend Rucker, was the pastor of the church. So with that kind of background, everything you do involves other people. And you realize life ain't about you. Like, as much as you might do things, life centers in what you do, but you are not the center of attention. It's basically how you engage with everybody around you. And this is what I'm learning year after year after year after year. Getting into sports made it even more of a team environment, which involves other people. You don't win a game being an all-star. You can be an all-star on the team, but if the bucket doesn't go in shot by somebody else, then most of the time you ain't winning every game. I like winning, so if it means sharing the ball, then I don't have a problem with
Have
that.
to be a team player.
Yes, so growing up in a big family, guess what? I'm sharing my life each and every day. I have to share my parents. I have to share my clothes. I have to share my food. So if everything I'm doing is basically involving others, at some point you do come to the understanding that life isn't about you. It's about what you do with your life. And everybody around you has to understand that same understanding. If you're engaging in that kind of life growing up, basically that transition into adulthood is a little bit easier, and the why that you have is already set in stone. That foundation is set before you even graduate high school. If I'm going out into the world like that, excuse me, you basically understand that you can give the world a lot more than you expect from them, because not everybody grows up like you do. You know, like I've seen people grow up with all kinds of money and never know what to do with it. I've seen people grow up with all kinds of time and never know what to do with it. But if you have people that are already sharing their lives to you, you're growing and maturing and being responsible in what you do with your time. So basically, my dad never let me sit around. It was something that had to be done. If you're going to sit at home, then you're going to be involved in something. Right. Whether it be the church
That's
choir.
good that you had that.
Yeah. Oh,
That's
my
good.
goodness. Oh,
That's
my
important.
goodness. I said, I thank God for my upbringing. As hard as I thought my dad was, I realized he wasn't hard enough, because there was always so much more he could have given if I'd have just listened a little more. And so basically, if he's paying it forward, if my pastor's paying it forward, if my mom's paying it forward, then who am I to basically let the ball stop here and do nothing with all the knowledge that was given to me and shared with me? Because, you know, like when I'm dealing with the kids, like when we're engaging with the kids with the program we do with Cindy Blumenthal, there's a lot that happens, and if we're not there, then it doesn't really roll the way it should. You notice when you got there, they're running to you because they're saying, you know, this is, you know, she's here and she's an athlete and she's, you know, she's on these magazines and you know, basically somebody that they don't get to see, because if all you seeing is drugs and alcohol, then that's how you grow up.
Yeah.
But if you're seeing people that are engaging in your life and they care about you and that time that they give, it means so much more.
It really does.
And
That's
when,
real.
with that growing up that
Pay
I had,
attention, guys.
I
Pay
mean,
attention.
yeah, but if I'm growing up like that, how can I not be engaging? How can I not share all that was shared to me? And if that's what's going on, then I have to do more, and I feel obligated to do that. So my why is basically not letting the buck stop here. Everything that was given to me, because like they didn't have to give that time. I've seen parents that weren't parents. They were adults in your life. And I said, when I went to the military, I got to see everything that wasn't in my life because my parents were in my life. And I said, if they're doing those things for me, and you didn't get that chance to share what I did, then I can share that part of me with you.
That's beautiful.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Well, Kaylin Patterson definitely has a big why, and you can hear it, you can feel, I know you guys aren't in the room right now, but I can feel, I know I'm an empath, but I can feel the energy he exudes, and it's always positive. He always wants to help people, but we're going to delve more into that. Yeah, and it's genuine, that's the thing. And I really, I need you guys to know his story, man, so you got to keep listening. Stay tuned, because we'll be back with Kaylin Patterson, and we're going to be talking about how that why became even stronger.
Yes.
Because he had a special year this year. He was celebrating. He was celebrating something special this year. So we'll be talking about that when we get back on It's an Amazing Life We Live. Make sure you're following Pop Radio Worldwide, iHeartRadio, Spotify Premium, and YouTube. We will be right back.
Working on my math. They can't walk my path. Chemo, solid, hard body. In my city, I'm in your lobby. They can't stop it. Tenfold copy. Them hitters, they look.
And we're back on It's an Amazing Life We Live. I'm AnnaMarie Tabo. I am your host. and I'm here to help you live your best amazing life. Today on the show, we have some amazing men. Very powerful, very influential men that everybody should know. They're not just great athletes, but great all-around people. So we were just talking to Kaylin Patterson, and I just want to get in real quick. I wish I had more time with these guys, but I only have an hour on this show, guys. But I want to get into Kaylin's story. 10 years ago, something happened to you. Can you? I'm just going to delve right in.
Hey, why not? Why not?
Just dive. Go ahead and tell the world about that, because he has a very interesting story, guys.
Yeah, 10 years ago, August 28, 2009, I got hit by a drunk driver. I was riding my motorcycle home from the gym, the irony of it all. And not only did she hit me, but she backed up over me, and then she ran over me again. So basically, I was DOA. And, Lord opened my eyes and gave me a pulse. So he said, I ain't done with you yet. There was a mortuary cab, ambulance there for me. And when I was brought back, I had a ticket on my chest, which I always remember, because they was like, okay, we don't know why, he got hit, but the lady had been drinking and driving, and she didn't want to basically deal with the repercussions from hitting somebody, so she tried to drive off. And I always think that's funny, because if you knew the spot in Joliet where she hit me, there's no way she could get away, because there's 3 Dunkin' Donuts on that street. So if anybody knows anything about cops and donuts, hey, she didn't have much of a chance. But I died. For 5 minutes, I was no longer on this earth.
So you were actually
where you should be brain dead.
Wow.
You think about that. So when people say there ain't no God, I'm like, well, I got to disagree, because that's the only reason I'm here.
Wow.
So when I'm sitting there and 2 weeks with amnesia, and everything's broken up. My blood pressure is 298 over 256. All broken arms, broken legs, broken everything. And what wasn't broken was punctured. My lung had been punctured. I had my collarbone was sitting next to basically my carotid artery. So at any time, I can go out. And I don't think anybody understands that when your heart stops, there's a good chance that it might not start again. And there's a lot going on. And when you deal with anesthesia and all these other things, I'm sitting there you have a doctor that doesn't know me. I don't even know who I was. And he stayed with me the whole night just so I don't die alone, because they were so sure that you leaving this earth. I don't know how you came back, but, we'll give you some medication to make your passing a lot easier. And when you told something like that, you're going to have a talk with God. And I had a deep one. And, I said to him, if I do get out this bed, it's going to take a lot to get me back here. Because I'm going to be more active, I'm going to be more engaging, I'm going to share in others all that energy that I'm wishing for. It's not enough to just wish for it anymore. I got to work for it. So I don't want somebody to be in that mental state that I was in, because that's a lonely spot to be when you don't even know who you are. To be amnesiac and sitting there and you're trying to wish for your name. They want to contact people, but they don't know who to contact, because my wallet had been slapped out when I got hit. It went with the motorcycle. So
you were a John Doe.
Yes, I was John Doe when I was admitted. And to not know who you are, and they want to contact you because they you're basically doing your last will and testament. They hoping you can be engaging with them, so you can say your wants and needs in case somebody comes in, and basically, when you pass away, they can have your house for you to go to instead of basically have you cremated and put you in a box for remains of whoever. And I said, I don't want to be John Doe. I don't want to die a John Doe. But it's a real fact that that's what can happen.
Wow.
Right.
So when you talk about getting out of bed, I got to do something with this life, because it's a gift now. I took it for granted.
And he's done a lot, guys. He's done a lot. I don't know if you guys are paying attention, but and I know you can't see him right now. You can only hear him. But once this video gets posted, I don't know. Every time, I already knew this story, but once he starts talking about it, even though I've heard this story already this year, it gives me chills, because I look at him now.
Yes.
And, we're talking about a John Doe dead on arrival.
Yes.
Hit by a drunk driver. And look at how, this guy's jacked. And so positive. Not just jacked, but
that always gets me. It's it wasn't enough to hit me.
Right.
She's going to take me out. Because
how inspiring is that? He was dead on arrival. No one knew who he was.
No, not
look
even
where
me.
he is now.
Now he's a walking testimony.
Yes, he is a walking testimony.
Yeah,
I hope you guys are paying attention.
And
so So you started like after you fully recovered. Like, how long did it take you to recover? Before
It took 2 years to fully recover. Like, I was out, and like, if anybody's had painkillers, it'll make you feel like $1,000, like every day, every time you walk around, but you're not feeling that pain. And that's why I wanted to get away from the painkillers, because I said I need to feel that pain so I know how far I need to go. Because, you know, I knew Mike Newman a long time ago, like Dee was saying, and this guy, you know, I had JoJo Sison, my big brother. He was my physical therapist.
Shout out to JoJo.
Yes, JoJo, big brother. And he had basically, I had gone through, like you were saying, there's going to be some adversity. And when you're recovering from that many flaws in your body and your brain being part of it, there's a lot of restructuring, rewiring, and there's a lot of things that causes depression because you knew the old you. When my memory started coming back, I was learning everything I used to be able to do.
Wow.
And that sucks because you
have to relearn everything all over again.
I was in a bed for 2 months on an IV drip. So I'm going from 280 pounds down to 145. My body is eating itself away, and I can't see me, but I know I'm not the me that I'm getting to know again. I don't know if you've been
mess with your head.
Yeah, and you're getting reintroduced to yourself, and that was crazy for me because it's like it's a lot of times you don't see people for 10 years, and basically you got to get reacquainted.
Right.
That's what it was like with me being out there because I'm looking in a mirror and trying to figure out who is this dude. Mm-hmm. You know, because there's glimpses of you, but for 2 weeks I don't know the dude that I'm looking at. So
real quick though. You know, because man, I wish we had more time. So we need to tell people where we can find you guys. But Kaylin, like, seriously, thank you for being on the show. Just because your story is so amazing, and he has like way more to say. So you definitely have to connect with him if you want to hear the rest of his story. Once this video is up and you're looking at him, you would never guess that he went through all of that.
Right.
That is crazy to me. And it's not. It's not crazy, but it's amazing to me.
It's a blessing.
Yeah. It's a blessing.
It's a blessing.
It's not something you see every day.
It's a blessing for you to be here. He's an amazing athlete now. I mean, he didn't just overcome.
It was a long road.
You know,
and there's a lot of people that
he didn't just survive.
There.
That's what I love. Like you didn't just survive. Like you completely overcame. Now you're a pro bodybuilder. You're affecting the lives and inspiring people all over the world. This is Pop Radio Worldwide. Like
That's
literally,
right.
so many people are listening to you
Shout
right
out
now
to
live.
that too. Pop Radio
You know,
Worldwide.
so let us know real quick, guys, where we can find you. Starting with you, Kaylin Patterson. Where can we find you, and how we can connect with you if people want to know more of your story or want to work with you. He does personal training. He works out bit out of you. I got to get you up.
Pay it forward.
Where can we find you, Kaylin?
You can go to the P4P Real Talk. You can go to the Midwest Muscle page. I mean, there's a lot I do for natural bodybuilding because I know that you can engage with so many people because you don't have to hide anything. And then, anytime you can tell the truth, it's a lot easier to do. And you can definitely touch people's lives because you're not holding nothing back because people know. And you got kids in this world, and the kids that we deal with, they don't trust nobody because they've been taught not to trust. And basically we have to teach them that it's okay to be engaging and then talk to adults as adults. Because I ain't trying to be their homie. I ain't trying to be running the streets with them. I'm trying to get you out to the street.
You're everywhere. You're like in Midwest Muscle.
P4P Real Talk, Midwest Muscle.
So we can find you on Instagram.
Yes.
We can find you. What's your name on Instagram?
You can go to P4P Real Talk, Mid Muscle, on Instagram, Facebook, Kaylin Patterson, or you can do the P4P Real Talk, Midwest Muscle pages there. There's so many places. I'm trying to get into everything.
Everywhere. He's all around the map.
I want you guys to know the truth.
Pop Radio Worldwide on iHeartRadio.
Hey, big shout out to that too, man. Pop Radio. Thanks, Pop, for having us out here, man. That's real.
Thanks, Pop, for the hat.
Yeah, much love.
And any shout outs you want to give out, Kaylin, before we pass the mic? Well, not pass the mic. We're going to pass it down to...
Slide it down.
First, give it out to the guy because honestly, I'm not here without him. And if you really understand how far I had to come from, you'd understand why he's so much in my life. So, and then I got my pastor, Ernest Rucker, my mom, of course, my family that's always there, because dad has passed on. Anybody that's basically been supporting the natural industry, hey, I got your back. I got your back. As much as she might want to give back, I want to give back too. So, I just want to give a shout out to all of them. Fit Body You, Mike Newman, dude, you already know. So we don't even go there, but you my dog. And I mean, he's got a very inspirational thing he wants to do. So I'm going to pass it over because I can talk all day.
Nario, who do you want to send shout out to, and where can we find you if people want to connect with you?
Mine's simple. Instagram, Devon_Moore029. Shout outs. Man, just one, like you said, honor to God, man. Like, without God.
Oh, Dad, don't be mad at me.
Yeah, I don't start. My mother, my brother, my sister. Like I said, Mike Newman, Kaylin, my guy Corey Gregory. Like King Key, like, man, I love
K3,
all y'all,
baby.
man. Everybody King Key, man. I love every single one of y'all, man.
Thank you so much for being on the show. I had to show some love to the guys this week. It helps warm up the place. I know I always have some like amazing models that are in fitness and stuff, but these guys are models too.
I can't be an amazing model.
They're models too. You're welcome. So, if you want to be part of this show, make sure you're emailing me at annatabo@gmail.com. You can also message me on Instagram on It's an Amazing Life We Live. Make sure you're following Pop Radio Worldwide on iHeartRadio, Spotify Premium, and YouTube.
Pop Radio.
So make sure you're listening every Tuesday. I am here. It's an Amazing Life We Live, helping you live your best amazing life. I'm here every Tuesday from 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. We will see you next week. Thank you so much for listening.
They killing, they rock a lot. You ain't this shit at all. Whipping up a pop.
So I'm Denario Moore. Just got done doing Amazing Life with Anna here at Pop Radio. Yo, great show, great podcast, very motivational, very uplifting. You can follow me, Denario Moore, at Devon_Moore029 at Instagram. Also, too, hit me up on Facebook at Denario Moore.
Hey, Kaylin Patterson, you already know. P4P Real Talk, Midwest Muscle in the house, but it's an amazing life with AnnaMarie. Big shout out to iHeartRadio, Spotify, and Pop. You know, dog. Represent, man. I love how you did it. You can just follow me. Just follow me. No, I'm kidding. Kaylin Patterson on Facebook, Mid Muscle. Do 2 underscores with the letter 1, the number 1, because we are. And if you do that and follow this lady, I guarantee you're going to get some straight knowledge.
What's up, guys? It's Anna on It's an Amazing Life We Live. You want to see more content, you got to follow It's an Amazing Life We Live on Instagram. Make sure you're following Pop Radio Worldwide on iHeartRadio, Spotify Premium, YouTube. Like, subscribe. Make sure you're tuning in every Tuesday from 8 p.m., 9 p.m. Central Time. I love you, people of the world. This is Anna.
My shorties know I've been a boss.